The history of puppetry in the Philippines is relatively young, only having begun establishment in the past 4 to 5 decades. The Philippines is not known for its unique form of puppetry, but rather for the approximate 50 years of Spanish and American historical influence on the art form. Despite having existed for a good number of years, there's a little documentation of puppetry in the Philippines. So many stories to be told.
I realized that there is no major culture of puppetry in the Philippines, unlike, say, Indonesia or Thailand, and that was something that I kind of wanted to change. So, with the amount of art forms and handicrafts in the Philippines, I knew that there would be a big potential for it to thrive in the country. And so I put up a company, Puppeteer Manila, and we're trying to slowly introduce the art form to the country.
In terms of the differences, our style is inspired by the Indonesian wayang golek and Japanese bunraku, but of course we tried to experiment and create what we would like to say is our very own type of puppet. So during the time of Dr. Jose Rizal in the 1800s, there was reference to the carillo or the shadow play, because even in the stories, it was mentioned that he was playing with cardboard, telling the story of the monkey and the turtle, which is a popular folktale for kids. Then there's reference to giant puppets, or what we call the gigantes, which originated in Angono, Rizal. It's in southern Luzon, wherein you have like big mascots made from bamboo. And there are 3 prominent characters. It's a family, so you have a father, mother, and a child parading during the celebration of San Isidro Labrador. So there's a celebration in November wherein you have this big giant puppets parading the streets. So the main puppets that we use are rod puppets. And then this one is different. It's a one-person, one puppeteer puppet. We've also tried the bunraku style wherein you have 3 puppeteers with 1 puppet. And we've also tried shadow puppetry and also shadow play. For shadow play, we have a person with a mask and then moving as the shadow.
We have black theater play, hand puppets. We also have marionette puppets, rod puppets, shadow puppets, table puppetry. We also have table puppetry and giant puppets. So all in all, I think we have 7 or 8 kinds of puppetry.
For making a puppet, you need to have a design first, so you can visualize what you need to do to the puppet, what you have to do with the mechanism of the puppet itself. If you have the visualization and the picture itself, you need to have the props, the materials itself. If you want to create hand puppet using foam, you need a foam, contact cement, fabric, needles, so everything that you needed. And then you have to put it, sculpt it, everything.
And the difference with an actor and a puppeteer is that a puppeteer needs to be able to step back and let the puppet shine, which is why not all actors can be puppeteers, because not all actors can accept to let something else shine. Another thing is you have to have full awareness of how something moves, how something breathes. You always have to make sure that the puppet breathes, and just full awareness of not just you, not just the puppet, but your fellow puppeteers as well. So oftentimes you'll have one puppeteer, but to make something really effective, usually you'll have more. And so with that, you kind of have to understand the little nuances and the little movements that one puppeteer makes and how that can relate into, your practice as a puppeteer.
And she promised herself to bring these art forms to the Philippines, but not really knowing if she was going to establish a group. But in 1977, she decided to do a children's play with puppets. And that's how Teatro Mulat started. So I was part of the production, but of course I was still small. So I was just handing over props, you know, watching the older ones rehearse. And then eventually I got to hold my own puppets.
My dad, Mr. Danny Liwanag, he's the first, and he taught me how to use a puppet. He introduced me to the art of puppetry, and then I made it my hobby. At the age of, I think, 8, I started doing that. I started working at Ropets since 2005. Yeah, I graduated. I graduated as a physical therapist, and then I said I like to divert my thing to my hobby, which is puppetry, and then I helped my dad to continue the business, and then to expand it, and then, well, I had fun. I had fun in the art of puppetry, and then until now, I'm still here.
The struggles of being a puppeteer in the Philippines mostly is that there is no puppetry in the Philippines. Like, it's something we're trying to change. There's not enough opportunity, and because there's not enough opportunity, you don't get to properly teach people because it's just one thing in one moment in time, and there's no, you know, continuity.
Arts performance in general in the Philippines, it's challenging actually because we don't have that kind of fund, we don't have that kind of support even from the masses. Since we are in Southeast Asia, yeah, China have their own puppetry, Japan have their own puppetry, Thailand have their own puppetry, Indonesia have their own puppetry. We want to create our own puppetry. I'm with you. We are here for you because they are lifeless. They need someone to hold them to move. Maybe that's the nature of also of us people. We need to hold on to each other. We need to also give each other life because we need each other. I guess that's the beauty of puppets, playing with the puppets.
My hopes and dreams is, number one, is not to let this kind of art pass away. To protect this kind of art that the next generation would still enjoy this kind of art. Second is to bring this type of art to the youth. These are all the art, the authentic art that we need for the youth to learn. And lastly, my hopes and dreams is the children will not forget and will always appreciate this kind of art. And maybe in the future they will be puppeteers also. Yeah, to all the puppeteers in the world, this is our art. We've been here for a long time. We can make this more appealing to other people by always keeping up with our shows, continuously improving our stories, continuously putting some modern techniques in our art. I'm sure we will be going a lot of things to do more, and I believe that people will really appreciate this kind of art.
Hi Dinah, how are you?